Right, it's about time that I addressed something big. Okay. It's me. I'm 5 months postpartum and the only weight I've lost is £10 4 ounces, and that's the weight of the baby after he come out of my vag. Oh yeah, I've lost a few pounds. Yeah, when I handed him to the lady behind the till at the local bakery. I wonder what the time is. I'll tell you what the time is. It's time I started holding myself accountable. And by that, I don't mean countable as in count how many balls of chocolate Maltesers I could fit in me gob. I've lost all control. When I go to bed, I don't even brush my teeth anymore. I just eat mint chocolate Aero instead. Mason always says to me, God, I always smell of orange. I said, yeah, excuse me, I make sure I get my vitamin C in. The truth is, I've just inhaled a whole Terry's chocolate orange whilst putting a wash on. But I swore, I was adamant that after this pregnancy, I would work really, really hard to lose the extra, what was it, like 5, 6, 20 stone that I put on. I said I'd be doing my daily squats. The only squatting I do is to pick up the crumbs I just dropped on the floor because I don't want to see it go to waste. Certainly going to my waist alright. Or when I squat down for a nature week because I can't be asked to walk to the toilet. By nature week, I just mean when I'm out in the back garden. I said I'd be doing me press ups. The only pressing I've been doing is the buttons on the air fryer to make sure I get me next meal in good time. Someone I know asked me if I wanted to go for a run. I said, no, you're alright, thanks, but let me know where you're going and I'll meet you there. Honestly, I've been a right lazy bitch. And don't get me wrong, I have held off from doing exercise due to my health problems and concerns with clots and things like that. You know, when you get to a certain point where you're like, right, I'm ready for this now. Like, you've got to be in the right frame of mind for this sort of thing. Do you know what I mean? And I haven't been, but I feel like I am now. Don't know if it's the weather. The weather's getting nicer and we're wearing less clothes, a bit more flesh on show. Also, I've just remembered we've got a wedding next month, so that'll be a good little goal. Try and slim down. We've only got a month though. So, if you're in the same boat as me, not too many of us mind or it might sink. Oh, I'm only joking. Jelly on a plate. I don't want to lose too much, mind. Like, I've never been... I don't like to say the word skinny because I know some people don't like that, but I've always been slim, but always had a bit of some and some in, do you know what I mean? I'm happy having a bit of a mum tum, that's absolutely fine, you know what I mean? I've had 3 kids, I'm over caring about the mum tum, but I feel like this is a bit bigger than the mum tum. I feel like this could definitely reduce. I don't want to lose too much, mind. I want to be realistic about it. Like, I am a mother. I'm going to be 30 this year. I had 3 kids. These are working breasts, okay? So these are going to be here to stay. The hips, they're childbearing hips. I like having hips. I'm fine with all that. Always had a bit of an ass. It's just, I just want to reduce this a little bit. Although one thing I've come to realise is that I quite like playing with it. You know? I've noticed this. I'm a bit like, ooh. Some, you know the little stress things you buy, the squidgy thing. Do you know what I mean? I don't need to waste me money on all that shit. I could just sit there going on the sofa. But I don't think Mace will find that very attractive. Anyway, another thing I just want to say is I'm not one for strict diets and stuff, okay? So the way I'll do it is I want to get off my ass and start moving more, do more exercise. Fun fact, believe it or not, I actually used to be a personal trainer. Let's all laugh about it together. Honestly, I did. I had guns for days. Yeah, I didn't have an ounce of fat on me. This was like an ironing board. Yeah, but those days are obviously gone. So what I'm trying to say is, right, I want to do more exercise. I'm thinking, do I bring you along on the journey? So we've got a punch bag that's just arrived. Not one you hang up, but one on the thing where you put sand in the bottom. So we're going to be using that. We need to get some weights and we might convert the garage to a gym. But that could be quite expensive, so I might just look on Marketplace and get some second-hand shit. But yeah, nature walks, training in the gym, in the garage, and any other ideas? What should we do? At my local park, they've got a load of gym equipment things, you know, the metal gym. That'll be quite funny, won't it? And do you know what, another thing I usually love doing is a cold water swim, nature cold water swim. So I go to the marine lake or the sea, somewhere freezing cold, and do a nature swim, cold water dip. We do have this pod that you fill up with ice water and keep it in your garden or garage or whatever, and we used to get in it every day or every morning when it was freezing cold, and we like to do that normally. Mace still does his cold showers, but I prefer going for a swim or submerging my whole body rather than having a cold shower. So I might get doing that again. It's really good for you. Look up cold water therapy and how many health benefits there are. Are you alright there, love? Anyway, I'm rabbiting on now, chatting shit. So basically, I need to get my ass in gear. I need to lose weight, move my ass more, I don't want to go on a food diet because I eat quite well anyway. I make most things from scratch. The only takeaways we have are a bit of Papa John's here and there and a bit of Chinese. I'm not going to deprive myself of that. I want to be realistic about it and I want to be happy. I don't want to mentally do my own head in where I'm like, oh, I can't have that, can't have that, can't have that. Fuck that. I'm just going to get off my ass because I find I'm just constantly feeding the baby and then sitting around or letting him have a contact nap on me and then cooking food, and then I do a bit of gardening, but I don't really, so I feel like I need to move my body more. Otherwise, if you don't use it, you lose it. I've got endometriosis, I've got fibromyalgia, I've got all these health issues, and if I sit and do nothing, then I'll seize up and get worse. So if you have any of those as well, then feel free to come along for the journey. I'll take you with me. We can do it together. And I know it's hard, especially with fibro. You get flare-ups and you get times where you can't do anything. You're just in agony or you're so tired. And I have that a lot. You don't see that, but I do have that a lot. Yeah, I don't want any of these things to define me or swarm me and eat me, swallow me up, so that I'm just stuck in this mindset where I'm like, I can because I've got this, or I feel like that. I want to try and like go against it, you know what I mean? On the fucking punch bag once I got it up. Yeah. Also, I finished building my pond, so I need to show you that, don't I? That's what I've been doing this last couple of weeks. I've been building a pond from scratch myself. Whilst Mason's looked after the kids. I'm like, you stay in there, sweetheart, yeah. I need to show you that garden content. I want to show you me gardening because I've all my trees and everything I planted in the summer last year. They're all coming through now. Oh, I'm so excited. Right, okay, I'm definitely going to go now, right? I love you, bye.